Hi, I'm Jan Michael, the creator of the Codename Shepherd newsletter. I'm a blogger, an online marketer, a copywriter, revolutionary, and a rocker. And I help the average people and entrepreneurs create better businesses and have more freedom and success in their life using cutting-edge tools, innovations, technology, strategies, and ideas. Today, our topic today is how to start a gold and silver business for less than $5,000. And as a bonus, a special bonus, I'm going to show you how to open your shop in less than 24 hours. It is absolutely possible to start a gold and silver business for less than $5,000. The template, strategies, techniques, and ideas that I provide for you today are applicable in any business and for any service. You can use gold and silver, you could use any product or service. This is a transcendental concept, business concept. I chose gold and silver because I personally like gold and silver. I've had a lot of success with gold and silver. I believe now is a great time to buy gold and silver and to invest in gold and silver. And if you're watching this video, I'm going to assume that you already know the benefits of gold and silver. If you don't really understand the market and the information about gold and silver, you at least know gold and silver is valuable. The benefits of gold and silver, I'll break them down a little bit as we go through, but I want to keep this as generic as possible so that anyone can use it for any business. But I will use gold and silver as my prime examples, and I will show you how to create a gold and silver business for less than $5,000 startup and how to open your store within a 24-hour period. The dream, the vision, and your possible future. The dream of owning a business and having your own financial security and being able to provide for yourself. I want you to imagine now having more freedom, more independence, more prosperity, more wealth, and more peace of mind. Owning your own business is a way to achieve freedom, independence, prosperity, wealth, and peace. And you can do it today, you can do it right now. And I want you to understand and imagine this possibility. Here's some of the benefits of owning your own business, both a gold and silver business as well as any business at all. By owning your own business, you can get your life back. You can get your life back. You know, with the economic situation the way it is, and the economy, and the scarcity of jobs, money, and opportunity right now, building your own business can literally, truthfully, get your life back. Help you rebuild. You can get your time back. 40 to 60 hours a week slaving for somebody else to make someone else rich, or even for a menial wage. Is it truly worth it? If there's an opportunity here that can work for you, is it truly worth it? You want to be able to afford the finer things in life. You can't do that on a menial wage. I couldn't do it. I had to build my own business. I had to do things. I had to change my mindset. I had to change my life to be able to, have the nice things I want. To buy Macs and to buy, iPhones, and I as a rocker I buy expensive musical equipment. I mean, imagine the ability to create a better future. Not wait for a better future, but to actually create it. To create it, to envision it, to have an intention, and to create the future you want. Imagine the ability to gain freedom and financial independence. With a business, you can do this, because with a business, you can begin automating systems and structures of the business. And you can get yourself to a point where you don't have to be there all the time, where you can hire other employees. This is only possible with a business. You cannot gain more time and financial independence as an employee. You can't. Be able to travel. Again, if you can't make your own schedule, if you can't get your time back, then you can't travel. Your ability to travel is limited. I travel a lot more owning my own business. As a matter of fact, I get to travel and I get to use them as business adventures. I get to go to seminars and retreats and workshops and all over the place, and it's part of my business. You can do something you can be proud of. I mean, there's jobs where you can be proud of things you create at a job. But for the most part, can you really be proud of stocking a shelf? Or, doing that routine task? Being a cog in a wheel? And you can lead those around you. By being a part of the new economy and the new movement in business, the new enterprise, you can lead those who want to accomplish what you can accomplish. You can lead them around you. People are desperately looking for leaders right now. And you have the ability to lead as a business owner. You can spend time with your friends and family. The time that you've lost and you lose by not having enough time from the work being too burdensome, or not having enough money because the work you do doesn't pay you enough. This can be solved with a business, with your own business, and it's possible. See the wife and kids. Maybe even have a wife and kids. The economic reality of today is that most people can't even get married or have kids. And if they do, they're going to be put onto the, onto a state system. They're going to be on either welfare or a charity system because they can't really afford it. It's not that they want to do this. It's an unfortunate reality of the economy today. And this can be changed. You can have a wife and kids. You can spend more time with your family. You can get more control in your life if you build your own business and take a little bit more personal responsibility. Create a legacy or rebuild a lost legacy. So many people have lost everything in the last 10 years. Homes, businesses, dreams. Lives have been lost. Legacies have been destroyed. Retirement funds wiped out. Here with your own business, with this business model, with the gold and silver shop, and the strategy that I used, I'm going to show you how to do for under $5,000 startup, you can rebuild. Escape the 9-to-5 rat race matrix, because that's exactly what it is. You will never earn enough to survive for retirement, to have the life you want, to have the time you want, to enjoy the things you want in life, if you're in the 9-to-5 rat race matrix. You're capped at how much you can trade your time for money. If you're trading time for money, there's only so much time you have, and there's only so much you can do with that time to increase your value for your employer or the customers your employer provides for. And that is just a reality. There is they can pass laws and increase minimum wage all day long, but the truth is you'll never escape the 9-to-5 rat race matrix if you are in the 9-to-5 rat race matrix. To get out of the 9-to-5 rat race matrix, you need to get out of it. You need to actually leave it. You can't be in the job and be out of the matrix. If you want freedom, you have to create it. And this is the most important benefit to having your own business. It's the true reason to do it. It's so you can be able to dream again. So many people have lost their ability to even dream, to even plan, to even hope. Here, with your own business, gold and silver shop, or any type of business using this model, you will be able to dream again. I want to help you dream again. I want to help you be free. Now let me break down some of the common problems and obstacles people face in today's economy, whether it's a gold and silver shop or whether it's any store or market in general. Because truthfully, the products don't matter. We're going to get into the specifics on gold and silver, but in general, in business, it doesn't really matter what the products are. It matters the economy and the systems. And we're going to break that down. But the common problems and obstacles that we face today as entrepreneurs and people who want to succeed in today's economy are extremely burdensome. More so now than they have ever been. Right now, the economic data is showing that people have 40% of the population in the United States has less than $400 in their savings account. Also, that 40% is mostly on either food stamps or some sort of government aid. The people are not able to survive, and the ability to build a business is extremely difficult. There has not been a time like this since the Depression. And as a young person, I see this a lot where it's like, well, when I was a kid, blah, blah, blah. And the economic reality is the dollar has lost so much more value than from my father's time. The amount of capital available has dramatically decreased. The regulations and hoops to jump through have dramatically increased. And they have no idea exactly how hard it is for this generation to succeed. They don't live in that world. They can't even fathom it. For most of them, they're going to say, go get a good job. These jobs today are like unicorns. They don't exist. Okay, they don't exist. They're not coming. The government can't create them. Okay? We have to create businesses, and that's how we'll create jobs. And the idea is, why create jobs? Let's create freedom. Let's create prosperity. Let's create peace. Let's not worry about slaves. Okay? Let's not worry about slavery model. Let's worry about how do we create freedom, prosperity, and the world we truly belong in. The American dream, right? How do we do that again? So let's see the obstacles and the roadblocks that we have to cross, okay, in today's economy. High overhead. Extremely high overhead. Electricity is more expensive than it's ever been. Gasoline is more expensive than it's ever been. Rent for commercial properties is extremely expensive. The overhead, and not to mention the cost of an employee. Between now and when I was born in the 1980s, things have increased in the hundreds of %. So the overhead costs of a job, of creating a business, is extremely high. This is one of the biggest roadblocks that I have faced, and you're going to face, or anyone will face in today's economy. But if you roll with me for a little bit, I'm going to show you how I overcame these, how you can overcome these, and how you can truly build a business with today's innovative markets and tools. Regulations. The regulations are absolutely absurd. The books are this big. Most people can't understand the law or read them. Most tax experts don't understand the taxes. Most regulators and bureaucrats don't understand the bureaucracy. And most politicians literally lie to get elected. So these regulations are basically a Mad Libs book filled with crazy. Some of them, there's reasons for and we need them, but they're mixed with so much crazy that the roadblocks and regulations to open a store or a business are extremely, extremely ridiculous to absurd to impossible. Inventory. The amount of capital necessary to create an inventory, you either need massive amounts of credit, which are extreme, even though the interest rates are artificially low, you can't get a loan. So the idea that, people said about, they're like, well, in the 1970s and 80s, the interest rates were extremely high. Well, today they're extremely low, but you can't get a loan. They might as well be high. You know what I mean? You can't, to get credit and inventory to build this business, you're going to need lump sums of capital. Large investments of capital to start a business. Way more capital, loaned at interest, than you're going to be able to sell. So, to create your inventory, you're going to need large sums of money, a place to store it, of shipment contracts. It's literally near impossible to get an inventory and create this without special help, luck, fortune, or debt. Expensive tools. Businesses are going to need ways to process money. They need ways to use credit cards, handle cash. You need lights, signs. There's expensive tools you need to run a business. If for gold and silver, you're going to need to be able to test the different types of gold. You'll need to be able to tell what carat it is. Is it real silver? Is it really gold? What is the value of a ring? One of the things about gold and silver shops, the typical old business model that they use today, that most people see, is they'll take a beautiful antique piece of silver or gold, and they'll drill holes in it and scratch it and destroy its artistic value to test if it's gold so they can melt it down for scrap. They're scrapping historical pieces for weenie commissions. I mean, a gold and silver shop truly doesn't make as much money as you might think it does. Now, gold and silver is an excellent product. It's an excellent market to get into. It's a great asset. I truly believe you should do it. But there's a way to do it today. There's a way to do it smart. There's a way to do it with cutting-edge new tools, new ideas, new strategies, innovative ways that are not only succeeding online, but leading. You need expensive knowledge. No matter what the company is, doesn't matter if it's gold and silver or if you're selling, beach balls. You need to know about your products. You need to know about the business. You need to know about the whole process. The more you know, the more money you'll make. This is going to be true. The expensive knowledge is going to be true in both, in my model and the old model. The expensive knowledge is different though, because the knowledge you need for the common old idea, the old business structure, is you need to know a bunch of stuff that doesn't produce income. You need to learn all kinds of stuff that will not produce you income. So you're learning and wasting time doing things that really don't make you money. Whereas my system and what I'm about to show you, what you learn literally produces results and money immediately, right now. So there's a little bit of difference, but knowledge is more valuable than gold and silver. I'm going to show you my gold and my silver holdings. I have hundreds of ounces of silver. I have, piles of gold eagles. I'm going to break that down for you. But my most valuable assets has been knowledge, and I'm going to tell you my story. I'm going to explain to you a little bit about what my experience is, who I am, and what I've done. But I just want to go through these common problems with you so that you know right off the bat, this is what you're going to face if you're looking to build a gold and silver shop, or if you're looking to even start any type of business. These are the obstacles you're going to face. So I just showed you the benefits. I want to show you the obstacles. Insurance and legal fees, outrageous. Outrageous insurance and legal fees. You're going to need insurances for the building, for contracts. You're going to need all types of permits and special regulations for your township, county, city, state, federal. It's absurd. There's so many middlemen in this process of the old business model. I mean, it's like a middle age. It's like a dark ages. This is like, it's brutal. The business world is brutal. I've gone through these things. Trust me, I'm going to break this down for you. There's waiting periods. In a gold and silver company, when you purchase gold and silver from your clients, there's a waiting period. I don't know exactly what it would be because it's different per state, per township, per county. There's some federal regulations too, but there are waiting periods before you can even get your money back. So you're looking at investing time and money and waiting for a return. And I'll get into more of that as we go. You need major connections for any type of business. You need to be in, the commerce, the chambers of commerce. You need to know you need to know people who have connections to smelters, where to get products, where to get credit lines, services. The more connections you know, the more money you make. This is true in everything. Networking is really important, but my system is a different form of networking. It's way easier. This system here is a lot. It's a lot more cutthroat. This is a lot more cutthroat. You need a good location. So if you're going to open the old idea, you're going to need a good location. Location is crucial. Location is crucial in every type of business. But if you don't have a good location for your silver and gold shop, you're going to be in trouble, because the better the location, whatever shop has the best location, it wins. Advertising and marketing, you're going to need money for advertising and marketing, and you're going to have to, market through newspaper, maybe some online strategies. You're going to need to market through, postcards, all the old school stuff. Maybe on the radio. Marketing and advertising for this model is extremely difficult. Because you got to get people to drive to your place, and You got to get your message out there, and there's many people competing. You need a storefront, so you're going to need a location actually as a business and a building. You're going to have all those expenses: electricity, heat, the lights, the signs, the tools, the shelving, all that stuff. And you're going to need time or an employee. Either you're going to have to invest your time, and you're going to have to, work there until you make money, or you're going to have to hire someone. So you either have to have no job at this time and have enough time to spend there, or you're going to have to do it part-time and hire an employee. It's very time-consuming, and it's expensive to hire an employee. Now, I'm feeling this with you guys. If you've been trying to open a business, I want you to know that, I'm aware that you're struggling. I know you're going through this. I know that this has been stopping you from going to your dreams. You look at this and you just want to give up, but don't give up. Hang out with me. I'm going to show you how to do it. I'm going to show you how to. I got past these roadblocks, and you can do it too. I'm just an average guy. I'm going to explain to you. I'm a rocker and I'm a revolutionary, and I'm going to show you this. See, with a gold and silver company, even a grocery store, you're subject to market forces. You're going to buy products on the market, and as they fluctuate in price with inflation and the amount of goods and services, supply and demand, you're going to be subject to market forces. So because of this, your inventory and your investments fluctuate, and it's extremely hard to pinpoint a good price. It's extremely hard to stay competitive. It's extremely hard to make a profit. Most businesses fail because of these things. Everyone says, most businesses fail within the first 5 years. It's almost like a parody. It's like a parrot says this. You say something to a parrot, it just repeats it. People say this, and it's common knowledge, but no one thinks about it. Why? Why are these businesses failing? Why is our economy tanking? Why are we not expanding? What is going on right now? And this is it, man. There's these common problems that everyone in the industry has to face. In gold and silver, in any product, any service, any company is facing this right now. If you're using the old business models, and if you haven't really investigated or learned some new strategies, and truthfully, these strategies, not everyone knows these. You can't learn this in a university. You can't learn this from studying older businesses. This is something that a few people have cut through, broke through, and discovered. And it was through overcoming these challenges that these new systems and innovations have been created. And they're available now for you. And I'm telling you right now, these common problems, these major hurdles, the things that have been holding you back from living your dreams, from having more freedom and having independence, and having the future of your dreams, and achieving freedom, independence, and peace. You can do it now. You can do it today. I want to break it down for you. So I want to tell you a little bit about myself. I want to tell you a little bit about my story. From rocker to revolutionary, and from rags to riches, a zero's journey. Basically, during my teenage years, I was in a rock band. I'm still in a rock band. I love to rock and roll. All right? I love to have fun. I love playing music. I love blues and rock. And during the last 10 years, it's been so difficult to be in a band because there's little to no money. People at shows, if you do a cover over like $3 to $5, it's hard to get people in the door. After you get them in for $3 to $4, it's extremely hard to sell a CD. So it was a struggle just to keep my dream alive. Just to keep the dream alive. It was a struggle. And I'm going to break down my story, a zero's journey, because I went from rags, literally having nothing, to amassing massive amounts of gold, silver, and building businesses and automated processes, and helping my team and my network make literally hundreds of thousands to millions of dollars in the past year alone. So I want to break it down. It all started in the early 2000s. We had a family business. We just opened it. It was open from like 2002 to 2005. and we were making good money. I was extremely happy this time. We were seeing profits. Our business was growing. We went from having a trailer to having having a larger building to a second building and signs and inventory. My girlfriend and my wife, my girlfriend at the time, and I, and our cat, built a house. My family helped build it. I built it myself with my own hands. My dad helped me. My mom helped me. My brothers helped me. My friends helped me. My uncles helped me. And we just built this thing as a family. And the day I move in, right when I'm moving in, the credit crunch happens. And the credit, our business was dependent on credit. We sold cars, so we needed car loans. Without people being able to get cars and increasing gas prices, it was so difficult between 2006 because we were new, with the credit lines and the heavy interest payments beating us down, and then the fact that the people in our town couldn't get money, couldn't get loans. We were seeing extreme difficulty with the business. So I just moved into this place, and our business is tanking. My band, we called it the Rockstar Ranch. My band and I were recording in here. I built a recording studio. So what happened was we move in, and we had to shut the business down. We got to a point where if we did not shut the business down, we would have went into major debt. So we either shut the door at zero and hope it pans out, and the economy bounces back. I think we made the right decision, because had we stayed open, we would have tumbled. It would have just snowballed into massive amounts of debt to keep that business running. So I understand having a business. I've done it. I was VP of this car lot. I was head of marketing, and I was head of the detail service. So I understand. I know what it's like to lose everything. I have lost everything. Everything I ever had, I have lost, truthfully. And it took so much time and energy to get back. And this is the story. This is the zeros journey. From bust. Here I am. I have a mortgage and a lifestyle that I built on a business that was going down. At this time, we didn't really understand what was going on in the economy. We knew there was some stuff going on. The bailouts hadn't happened yet. It was still like, what's going on? We were hit very early in the recession because we were a new business, and we were heavily reliant on the credit. So that credit crunch and the bursting of that bubble that began, in between 2006 and 2008, man, we got hit. And when it shut down, I didn't know what to do. So I decided that I would take any job I could get. So I was taking jobs, I was looking around, but I could not find a job that would support my lifestyle. Living in the town I lived in, it was an old coal town, there was very little opportunity or chance. So the jobs didn't pay very much money. The opportunities were slim to none. I was painting military refuelers, I was working in correctional facilities. It was the worst work for someone of my skill and talent at the time. So I decided, well, I'm going to open a recording studio. So I opened my house up for the recording studio. I changed my basement. I put all my gear in there. I started charging for recording. Dead-end job. And I began to say, I'm going to build a video game store. There was no video game stores in my town. I said, hell, I'm going to do a video game store. So during this process, I started studying business, entrepreneurship. I started contacting the people I knew. I still had credit going. I still had available credit. When I went to open this store, it's when I started hitting all these burdens. When I went to open the video game store, I was hit with all these burdens. What I thought would cost $30,000 to start ended up being close to $150,000 because of the inflation in the commercial properties. People wanted, the rent they wanted, how expensive the loans were to get an inventory, how much I would need, and at the same time, the banks had taken all my credit cards and maxed them. They were at half their value, and they were cut to that half. So basically, wherever my credit was at became the cap, and all my lines were maxed out in one time. Match that up with me only working dead-end part-time jobs, recording bands who really didn't have the money to pay me, and a lot of energy and time put into a video game store that I couldn't open. It was impossible to open that video game store without major amounts of capital investors. At that point, there wouldn't have been enough profit to do it. So, lo and behold, I'm searching for answers, I'm struggling and frustrated, and a voice calls out. There's a call to virtue. And it was Ron Paul. And it was the movie Freedom to Fascism. And it was this grassroots movement of liberty. I got into that very early. It was 2006, like I said, when I discovered these guys. And it really resonated with me, because what he was saying was exactly what I was going through and is exactly what I experienced. When he explained to me the credit expansion and the bubble bursting and some of the economic reasons and what was going on in the marketplace and how the economy was being distorted by the Federal Reserve and by the regulations and the corporate mergers of state and corporate powers, I was absolutely convinced from day one because I already experienced it. A lot of people tell me that, oh, you're in a libertarian movement with Ron Paul because you want to be cool, or you want to, you want to be different, or you just want to legalize marijuana. And it's like, look, man, I joined this because I lived it. And I joined before he even ran for president. In 2008, when he ran, I was already a member of a bunch of organizations and meetups. I was networking with hundreds of people around the country and trying to figure out what's going on, because there were other businesses experiencing this. There's other people experiencing what I felt and going through what I went through. This struggle was so burdensome. I just, it took everything I had to keep the place open. I'm just glad my wife, my girlfriend at the time, stuck with me. So I joined the revolution in 2000 for the 2008 campaign. I was a precinct leader. I went door to door. I started blogging online. I started spreading the message, and I started going heavily into getting this out, letting people know. And this is where I really started using online modalities for marketing, online modalities for communication and networking. And in this time period, we as a community, as a network, as a people, we raised over $6 million in one day and broke the record for the most donations in one day from grassroots people. These weren't from corporations, but from the grassroots. We broke that. We raised millions of dollars from Ron Paul online using at that time MySpace, YouTube, Meetup.com. So using some rudimentary online things, we started generating mass amounts of money and communicating a message that became huge. Huge. It was the online movement for the Ron Paul Revolution was huge. This is when I became part of the info war, and I discovered that I started sharing this stuff like, guys, do you know that, the bubbles because of the Federal Reserve, did you know this? And that's when I got hit. That's when I realized that there was a war, a Cold War going on between the Republicans, the Democrats, and the Libertarians. Basically, I got hit. I had friends coming at me like mad as hell about what I was saying, telling me that I'm doing it to be cool, I don't understand, all this stuff, I got a degree and blah, 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 you don't understand this. And I'm trying to explain, look, man, I lived this, I've experienced it, I know it firsthand. Don't tell me you just got out of a university and you did not actually live anything yet. You went from high school to college and you don't know. And I don't mean any bad will towards anyone. I'm just really, truly trying to explain this. I've lost so many friends and so many contacts, and just it was, oh man, this was an actual war. Luckily, it was not fit. It was an intellectual war, but I couldn't believe the response. I couldn't believe the rising swell of people who wanted change, who wanted to solve this, and we're actually using it, and the money we were generating, and the culture we were generating. But I couldn't believe how my conservative family members, my liberal family members, would just go at me so angrily, with so much ferocity and hate, literally, and disgust, because I wanted freedom, because I believed in the Constitution, because I understood why the busts are happening. It was insane. During this time period, I started my quest for knowledge. I decided that, okay, I'm in it. I'm in. Not only did I serve, not only have I literally combated my friends and family, not only have I put my stake in the sand, I decided to quest for knowledge. That's when I started attending the Mises Institute of Economics. Here's one of my professors, Robert Murphy. I studied economics at the academy. I studied anarcho-capitalism. I studied, libertarian political philosophy, classic liberalism, the Constitution, business, entrepreneurship. I started subscribing to the Trends Journal, the research journal from Gerald Celente. This is a very close-knit community of people who acquire this magazine, and we keep up with the trends. We're very smart people. There's a community of people out here who know what's going on, see it, and want to change it, and it's very difficult. I started working with Mike Dillard in the Elevation Group. I was paying, hundreds of dollars a month for my information. I started buying my news because I couldn't trust the mainstream media. I couldn't trust what I was hearing from universities, so I started buying my information. What happened was, during this time, I tried going back to school. I went to a trade school, I went to college. I tried to learn things, and when I would go to college, these loans were so absurdly high and expensive to go. And I would sit there and I would take these classes that had nothing to do with what I actually was trying to learn. Having owned a business, having experienced life, I was like, this is a waste of money. Not only that, while I'm sitting here listening to you, I'm not making any money. So I was in this thing and I was like, look, these universities, this system is debt-based. The business model is debt-based. The college system is debt-based. It's all based in debt. It's a debt that can't be paid, and there's no growth because it's too much debt. So I started looking for profit-based systems for education and business. And that might sound like, oh yeah, duh, we should do profit. But I started really looking into it. I was like, are there ways to learn that don't cost hundreds of thousands of dollars? And I found online educational programs from some of the people that, like Robert Murphy, who wrote many books on economics, studied it, and I just started learning. I started taking classes online. They didn't offer degrees, they didn't offer hats or diplomas, but they gave me valuable information. Like I said, I started buying my news. I was rocking here with the Ron Paul Revolution. I started looking into Robert Kiyosaki, Rich Dad, Poor Dad. I started reading his books. I read his Conspiracy on the Rich, what the rich know about money and they teach their kids, but the poor middle class don't know. I started learning that. I started investigating gold and silver. I started buying gold and silver. When I learned about the monetary system, I started buying silver. And I did not have a lot of money, so I would buy a little bit here, a little bit there. I would sell between my friends. And this quest for knowledge led me to the point where I had to make a choice. I had to discover the power of making a decision. And I decided that I'm going to take control of my own life. I'm going to choose my own path. And I'm going to leave anyone else behind. And I said, I'm going all in life. I'm putting it all in, and I'm taking a leap of faith. And I decided to learn whatever was necessary. Like I said, I was buying my news. I was reading books. I was working with people and talking and going places and talking about real issues, real problems, real struggles, and looking for real solutions. And that's when I received the treasure. That is when I discovered the secret revelation and the Philosopher's Stone. It's when it all coalesced and I understood what I needed to do. I took my rare knowledge in economics, finance, politics, history, business. I put them together and I started looking for tools, systems, resources, networks of people that could help lift me up and could help take me where I wanted to go. And I'm going to break down what that is. I'm going to break down the secret revelation. I'm going to break down this philosopher's stone, and I'm going to show you how to create a business for less than $5,000 startup. A business that can truly make a living for you, and an excellent living. And it's expandable, it's automatable, you can automate it, and you can't even imagine where it can take you. Right now, we're going to hop on my computer, and I'm going to show you my gold and silver holdings. I want to show you a couple of my results, and then we'll pop back here, and I'll break down the solution. I'll break down my overview. So let's go.
Hi guys, it's Jan Schaefer. I'm here to want to show you guys my gold and silver investments. As you can see here, I have over $27,046.04 invested in gold and silver. This is my gold and silver holdings for my LLC, and these I want to make this very clear that I do not have these holdings at my office or in my location. This is at a safe place. This is a secure facility outside of my reach and outside of anyone around me. So this is I have this as a savings. I do not intend on spending or selling this. This is my this is one of the assets I use to back up my LLC, so that I have hard assets as well as income-producing assets. I have a few paper assets. We'll break that down later. I just wanted to prove to you guys that I have this. I'm going to break this down a step further. I just want to make sure there's no private information showing. So hang out with me. In about 1 second, I will show you what I have held in silver and what I have held in gold. All right, guys. I'm here to break down exactly what I'm holding. I have 500 ounces of U.S. Silver Eagles. These are 2012 Eagles at $34.94 each, and I have 17,470 in them. Now, right now, silver and gold has decreased in value. I think today it's worth about 30. But if you go to buy a Silver Eagle, it's still going to be closer to this number because spot price, spot silver is not the actual value of a coin. A coin actually is like $2 to $4 more. So I'm still pretty close to here, and I don't intend on selling this silver or gold. This is an asset I'm holding as a solid asset to back my LLC. Here I have 50 American gold Eagles, 1/10 ounce Eagles. I bought them at $189. They're still kind of close to there, and I got about $9,469 here. So it's about 50 gold coins, about 500 silver. I buy Eagles. I like to buy the monster boxes. I do have more silver and gold than this. This is just what I'm holding through this account. I have a coupon code here. I can show you how to save some cash on your purchases. And shipping is, a little bit expensive, but we're talking big numbers. If you're gonna start down at the lower tier, I can show you how to get there, and I can show you how to get to these numbers as well. Just to prove to you from the last page, there's a 27,046 that I showed you with my name on the last page. I wouldn't show you the whole page, but it has my address, and I'm not putting everything about me on the internet. So basically, here are my holdings. I started buying 1 ounce here and there whenever I could, and whenever I had a deal, I would buy up. And then I started buying in a group, like I explained before. And you can see those other videos. I have them linked below this video on how to start getting silver and gold at a very nominal fee, very small, about $30 a week. You can actually do $30 a month even if you wanted to. And how to turn that, how to leverage that with a group of friends to build a trust, and also how to create a viable gold and silver business with less than $5,000 capital to start. So yeah, stick with me, guys. Here's my holdings. I'm no bullshitter. I've been buying and selling gold and silver for a long time, and I've moved major amounts of it. And right now, I'm transferring into a higher class asset, higher than silver and gold, and that is a business asset. And I want to show you guys how to do that, how to get involved with that, with a real business with extremely low overhead that involves buying and selling gold and silver and any other product you wish for less than $5,000 to start. So hang out with me, and you'll actually be surprised how low you can start this business for. Anyway, I'll see you in the next video. You'll either click the link below to see it, subscribe to this channel. You'll see it in your feed. And if you're on my list, you'll get it tomorrow in the next email. Tomorrow's in the next email. And if you are on my blog, just scroll down the next video. I'm building this blog post you're on is the motherlode of gold and silver information. So let's rock and roll, guys. I'll see you in the next video.
All right, so you saw some of my silver and my gold holdings. You saw a little bit about some of my results and some of the stuff I do. And I want you to know that that's possible for you. I started with nothing. I had to build my business. I had to build my system. I had to acquire gold. I bought it piece by piece, and I struggled. But through my struggle, I found the way to overcome those struggles so you don't have to do it. You don't have to go through what I went through. So the secret revelation and the philosopher's stone for business is simple. It's simple. And you can do this. How do you build a business, gold and silver shop, for less than $5,000 startup? And how can you do it in 24 hours? How can you overcome the major hurdles, the high costs, the burdensome regulations, the bullshit, guys? How do you overcome it? I'm going to show you. 1, you build your business online. You build your business online so you don't need the storefront. You don't need to worry about your location. You don't need to worry about the regulations, the insurances, all of the things that are necessary for a physical property. Why online? Look, online's crushing it. Online is killing it right now. People are buying online. Amazon's kicking it. The online space and how easy it is, how more affordable it is, it's the only way. Truthfully, this is the only way. If you do not build your business online and you try to build an offline business first, you'll fail. Your offline business has to stem from your online business. I will show you how to do this. It is not hard. The internet has completely changed. It is a cookie cutter system. It is copy and paste. It is as simple as Facebook. It's easier than your phone. And honestly, this is it. 2, you need to learn how to market online. You need to know how to communicate, offer your goods and services, and market online. You need to know how social media works. You need to know how to effectively run an ad campaign. And you need to also know how to market offline. Because if this is your business, that means that it's you and you want to represent it. You want to represent it the same old-fashioned ways with the business cards, saying hi to your neighbors. Here's what I do. Here's some of my products. But you want to know how to market online. This information is worth more than the gold and silver. Learning how to market online is worth more than the gold and silver. Trust me. Third thing you want to do is you want to find an affiliate and publishing program and products to join. Here's the secret. If you want to open a gold and silver shop, you need large sums of money. You need large sums of gold and silver. It doesn't matter if you're building a grocery store. You need all these groceries. You need all these products. Through an affiliate and publishing partnership, a program or product, you can join these products without having to buy. Well, most times you don't have to buy the product first. So for gold and silver, you can find an affiliate that will allow you to sell from your site or from your online business without having to purchase massive amounts of products. There are some systems where you have to buy the product one time and then you get resale rights. But this is extremely lucrative. As a matter of fact, learning how to market online is lucrative because most of the classes, coursework, and education that you get to learn online is resellable. You get resale rights to it. The whole basis of the internet is about sharing. Think about Facebook. You see a picture you like, you click share, you post it. It's the same thing, except we discovered, raising massive amounts of capital and marketing online through internet marketers, we've discovered how to share money. We don't just share information, we share the money. And I'll give you an example because it's hard for people to conceptually visualize this, but I'm going to help you visualize it. If you had $5 and some guy was like kind of $5, you might say, nah man, I need this $5. You put it back in your pocket. But if you took that money and you bought 5 apples, and then somebody said, "Can I have an apple?" You'd be like, "Here's an apple." You give an apple, right? Not realizing that the money was only a substitute for the apple. What's the difference between the apple and the money? It's in your mind. It's the mindset. This is a different way of thinking. This is a new way of thinking. This is a new movement. This is cutting edge stuff, and you can be in the beginning of this. You can join this movement in its early stages, and you can truthfully lead in this movement. All you need to do is learn how to market, build your business online, partner with the right programs and affiliate products and publishing partners, and get the mindset. The mindset's a secret. The fourth thing you want to do is you want to join a team, a network, or community. You don't want to do this alone. You don't want to be the lone wolf, because if you're an island, what do you need? You need boats going to your island. You need planes going to your island. You need bridges. And without that, you're alone. So by networking and working with communities and teams, you're building your brand bigger. The more you share, communicate, and network, the more money you make. It's the complete opposite of the Nazi Germany slavery model, where it's, I need it all for myself. Highly competitive. Stay away. This is my business. We need the bottom dollar. The cheapest price wins. We're talking about value, quality, sharing money, sharing ideas, and cooperation. Because if you don't cooperate online, no one's going to talk to you, no one's going to listen to you, no one's going to partner with you, but you're not going to make any money. So you need to join a good team or network or community. And if you have a good team, a good network community, it'll help you learn, it'll help you overcome some of the online obstacles, and it'll help you increase your business. It'll also help you find better publishing partners, affiliates, and programs and products. This is an outline, an overview of how to build this business for any business, this gold and silver business, for less than $5,000. Now this is the first part of a 4-part series of videos, and I'm going to break these down as we go through into more detail. I'm also going to help you discover how to do these things in easy 1, 2, 3 steps. And we're going to be able to do all this, start this thing, and you can do it. It's easy, and you can achieve this for less than $5,000, and you can achieve this and have it running and open in 24 hours. Trust me, I'm going to show you more. All right, I want to start you off with the first step. The first step towards living the life of your dreams. So I'm going to give you your first step, so you can begin now before the next video. I want you to take a leap of faith in yourself. And not a giant leap off a cliff, even a small jump. Actually, today with the apathy of the world, I just want you to get off the couch, man. I just want you to get up. I just want you to stand up. If you can, just stand up right now while you're watching this video. Just breathe. Just breathe, all right? I want you to know that there's somebody here that's been through what you've been through, knows how hard you're struggling, knows how bad you want better for your life, knows how scared you are. I feel you, man. I feel you. And if you're a woman, I feel you too. But I want you to know that there are people here that know. There are people here who are trying. Okay? There are people here who are teaching and learning. There's another way. Okay? The information's out there. I'm going to help you. This video is free, and the next 3 videos are free as well. Alright? I want to help you with your choice. I want to help you. Okay? I want you to take this leap of faith. You can do this. This online business, this concept isn't hard. It's easy. Okay? It just requires a change in mindset, some new ideas, some new skills, some new friends, and a little bit of personal responsibility. But that's how we acquire independence. Our ancestors in this country had to leave. My ancestors left Germany. Some left England, some left Africa, some left Russia, some left Japan, some left China. But they came here for opportunity, and it's still here. It's here. It's now. Gold and silver is a great product. Gold and silver business is a great place to start. You can start selling gold and silver without having to buy it. You can build an online store and you can do it in 24 hours. And this 4-part video series will show you how to do it. You can use this business template for any business. You can do this. And you know what? You can lock arms with me. And I'll be here for you. I want you to ask yourself, this is the step. This is what you have to do. This is step 1. You're standing up, you're breathing, feeling alive. Being here, being present in the moment, just focusing here, listening. I want you to ask yourself, if I made a decision, if I took action, could I do this? If Jan Michael gave me the tools and the map and the resources and guided you, not held your hand, not ordered you, not running ahead of you, running right beside you. If I locked arms with you, if you locked arms with me, could you do this? If you had a team, a community, real support, could you do this? Could I do this? Ask yourself. With a team, with a community, with some real support, could you do it? Could you and your friends do it? Could you and your wife do it? Could you and your family do this? If I had a system that works, could I be successful? If I had a system that works, buying online works. I'm sure you've bought online. I'm sure you've experienced eBay. Think how old eBay is. Think about how old eBay is. Think about how old buying online is. We've mastered it. We have mastered it. And I'm going to show you how to master it. I'm going to show you how you can master this. How you can take this and you can get your dreams, get your life back. Because look, you saw my journey. You saw my zeros journey. Yeah, I'm a rocker. Yeah, I got long hair. Yeah, you know, my private property t-shirt. Yeah, you know, I am a man. I'm a human. I'm just a guy. But you saw my struggle and you know I suffered in that revolution. I lost friends because I believed in this. Because I have a desire for freedom and independence. I have a desire that will never, ever, ever die. I want freedom like a drowning man wants air. There is no reality. There's no vision. There's no possibility where I'm not free. And I want that for you. I want that for my entire country. I want it for the world. Because honestly, the people that have gone to the Mises Academy, the people that have read the Rich Dad Poor Dad series, the people that understand the legacy of Carnegie and the true industrialists, the people that buy their news, that went to the Elevation Group, the people that read the Trends Journal, the people that are in the trenches fighting for liberty need to lead the way. And not with force, not with laws and regulations, but with intelligence, with community, with unity, guys. With a united front. Not united over some ideology arguments. I see my libertarian friends and constitutionalists arguing over semantics all the time. Look, we need to unite. Let's unite in action. Let's unite with a system that works. As business partners, as a community, we can do this. You can do this. Let's buy together. Let's sell together. Let's trade with each other. Let's live our ideas. Let's create that world vision we have. Let's create the free world. Let's do it now. Let's do it. I did it I went door to door. I got laughed at. I got ridiculed. I got insulted. I was called delusional. Every name in the book. My friends who at this point are severely in need of my help. They cannot pay their debts. They can't get out of their jobs. They can't change their lives. They're stuck. And the only way to help them is truly to change their mindset. And it's so difficult without a group of people that lead the way. And we can do this. We can do this. We know better. Ask yourself, if I made a decision, if I took action, could I do this? Do you have, or could you develop the mindset to build a business online? Yes. Yes, you can. Ask yourself, do you have the mindset? Or could you develop the mindset to build a business online? Developing a mindset for marketing, for business, for entrepreneurship requires a never-ending mastery of skills. A master is always the student. It's the student who is the master. And it's a never-ending process. You learn to be a child from children. And you learn humility from the humble. And you learn leadership from leaders. So, I want to ask you, could you build this mindset? Could you develop this mindset? If I gave you the tools and the tricks, if I told you what books to read, if I told you what classes to take, if I led the way, if I drew you the map, could you get to the Misty Mountains? Could you get the treasure? It's there. I've seen it. I've showed it to you. Ask yourself, is this an idea that's time has come? Is this idea that I'm giving to you for free, just gifting you, is this an idea whose time has come? Is it? Is now the time to take massive action? Is now the time to take massive action? If not now, when? If not now, when? Now is the time. This is the place. You are in the right place, the right time. It is the here and now. This is the way. I've gone through it with you. Feel me on this. In the next two videos, the next three videos, I'm going to break it down even further. I just showed you a way to build a business for less than $5,000. I'm going to break that down in more detail. I'm giving it to you for free because it's the time. It's what's necessary. The future, as always, is up to you. Will you take action? Alright. I want to thank you, and I'll see you in the next video. In the next video, we're going to dispel myths. We're going to dispel the myths of online business. We're going to dispel the marketing myths. We're going to dispel how the technical challenges. We're going to dispel all the online myths and concerns. We're going to talk about the problems faced by the online market, and we're going to reveal the truth. We're going to reveal how it's done. I'm going to break it down for you and dispel these myths. You don't need a bunch of technical knowledge. You don't need a degree in some sort of online coding. You don't need anything more than, a desire, truthfully. I'm also going to cover the #1 challenge for online businesses. The absolute #1 challenge, the biggest hurdle. I'm going to solve it for you. I'm going to show you how I solved it, how I crossed that barrier, how I broke through, and how you can do it too, and how it's so simple. Plus, we're going to cover much, much more. Again, thank you. I'll see you in the next video. Take some time right now. Go down to the description below the video, to the comments section. Ask any questions you want. Leave any comments you want. I'd love to hear from you. I'll do my very best to respond and answer your questions. And I'll see you in the next video.